Previous video, we have covered variables in JavaScript, but ideally we need to know about what are the data types which we can use it in a JavaScript. Okay, in a JavaScript, there are 8 data types which we can use it in our programming. Okay, so first is string, number, big int, boolean, undefined, null, simple, and object. So out of these 8, what are the mandatory those things I'm going to discuss in the detail about it. Okay, so the right side you can find the data types example. Okay, the first thing is the numbers. Let length equal to 16, let weight equal to 7.5. When used like this without double quotes, if you are passing a numeric value, it will be treated as a numbers. Whereas, say for example, if you using let length equal to within double quotes 16 means instead of considering as a number, it will be treated as a string. Why? You are passing it in a within double quotes. So always you need to take care about when you use numbers. It should not be passed with the double quotes or single quotes. Okay. Next thing is a string data types. How to use the string data types? Within double quotes, if you are pausing, it will be treated as a string. Okay. So here you can see an example. Let color equal to yellow, let last name equal to Johnson. So those are the two values. It will be treated as a string variable. String value will be assigned to the variable that will be treated as a string variable. Above one is a number variable. Likewise, the booleans. What is the boolean value? It could be either 0 or 1, true or false, yes or no. So these boolean value most of the time in our programming language we need to use. Irrespective of any language, we have to use this boolean for most of the time. Why? Because this is the deciding factor wherever we want to write some logic, we need to read the boolean value. Based on that, we will respond to the program. So we should know about it. What is boolean? Here I have added an example. Let x equal to true, let y equal to false. There will be two value in a boolean. Either could be a true or false. It could be a 0 or 1 or yes or no. All the thing will be treated as a boolean. Okay. Then move on to the next. Object. What does it mean, object? In the overall the world, everything will be treated as an object. Car is an object. Laptop is an object. Even mobile is an object. So what does it contain? When it comes to car, wheel, steering, sheet, then petrol tank. So those are all the things is a properties which is belong to those object. Likewise, we have taken an example, person. The person contains first name, last name, then age, date of birth. So those things will be treated as a property which is associated with the person. We will form the syntax like this. So this is the object data type. Likewise, we have another data type which is array. This is the array object. What does it mean? Within the open parenthesis, sorry, this square bracket, above one is the curly braces. We have to pass it on. Okay. This is the key value pair we have to use. But whereas in array, we have to open with a square bracket, end with a square bracket. Okay. So within that, we can pass on the value with the comma separated. It will be treated as an index based. First one will be a 0th index, second one will be a one index, then second index. It will be go on. So whenever you use array object, you need to make sure about the first index of the value you can call by the array value, the index value you have to pass on the 0, which means the first value will be fetched. Here we can take an example. Cos of 0 means SAP will come into the consideration. Okay, so this is what the usage of the array object. Then date object. So date object, data function is already there. we just need to pass on the value. So those things will be taken to the consideration when you pass the value. If you are not passing anything, it will be considered today date. Okay. So I have written some snippet. I will take you to that. Then I will take you to the output in the browser level. Okay. Here I have added the data type, numbers, strings, booleans, object. These things that we already discussed in the slide level. But what is the purpose of this data type understanding? You should know about it. Okay. So when it comes to the arithmetic operator or any operator, I mean the addition, right? So it's evaluation. Okay. JavaScript evaluation expressions, it will be treated from left to right. Okay. When it comes to this, follow is a string, and since it's a string, it will be treated entire thing as a string only. So Volvo 16.4 will be the output. But whereas if you add 16.4 as a first value, it will be treated as a number. Then how it will be 16 plus 4, 20. 20 Volvo will be the output. I hope you clear on this one. Let me repeat again. Here we have declared the variable a equal to Volvo plus 16 plus 4. In JavaScript, since it's a addition expression, right? So the expression evaluates the value from left to right. So by default behavior. Okay. So when it comes to the left to right, it starts this value first. When it comes this value, it will be taking it as a string. Then rest of them will be treated as a string only. So just it will be concatenate after Volvo 16.4. So the output will be Volvo 16.4. So let me show you the output. You'll be able to see this one, the first one. Just take the example of first one only. Let me change the code into 16.4 first, then I just cut this one and I'll add this one. So this time what will be the output? It could be 20 Volvo. Why? Already I told you that JavaScript evaluates expression from left to right, which means it will be come from left side. 16 plus 4, it will be treated as a numeric value. So 20 will come. 20 plus, since it's a double quotes, it will be treated as a string. Then it's just add 20 Volvo. Let's see the output here. Previously we have seen Volvo 164. Now let's see what will be the output. So previously Volvo 164. Let me reference this page. Okay, you can see 20 Volvo. I hope you clear on this one. If you are not clear, please try it one more time and try to understand. Okay, let me switch back to the code part again. Okay, let me move on to the string data types. So the second example here, I have taken a string data type. So the demo one is a paragraph, which we have added as an empty one, and within the script tag we have defined two variables. One is the car name one, which is encapsulated with the double quotes and Volvo XC60. Likewise, car name 2, but this is the single quotes. Why I'm putting this reference as an example here? Whatever, if you want to put a string variable, either you can use double quotes or you can encapsulate with the single quotes. So this way you can treat it as a string variable. Okay, since this car name and car name 2 is a string data type, here what we did, document get element by ID, which means this will refer what is the ID. So this is the paragraph ID. So it will be taking into this, and the inner HTML, we just concatenate car name 1 plus car name 2. In between we have added a break. So it will be Volvo XC60, Volvo XC60, and then next line. So I will show you. Here you can see this an example. Okay. So all I want to say, either you can use a single quotes or double quotes. So this is what the idea of this JavaScript string variable. Let me move on to the next example. Here we have covered array variables. Okay. Array data types. So my cause is a array variables, and since we pass this value, is the array data type which we have used. Okay, when you refer this variable, this is the array variable. Why? Because this is the array data type which value we have assigned to this variable. Okay, here what we did, we created a demo2 as a paragraph tag, and we are just defining this as an array, SAP Volvo PMW, and we are fetching the get element by ID demo2 means this will be taking into this paragraph tag. Within this paragraph tag, it add the inner HTML as this value. What does it mean? My cause of 0. 0th index means I already told you in the starting session itself. This will be the when you define an array, the index value start with 0. Okay, this will be treated as a 0. This will be 1. This will be 2. Okay, what is the number of item which is available in the array variable? 3. Okay, so if you pass my cause of 0, SAAP will be added within this demo2. Let's verify in the browser level. Okay, let me refresh this. Here you can see array indexes are 0 based, which means the first item is 0. We have used my cause of 0 so that SAAPP came in the place. Let me move on to the next example. So we have covered array. Let me move on to the object. How to use object? As I told, right, in the real world, everything we can consider as an object. Car is an object, laptop is an object, mobile is an object, even person is an object. If you have a person, what are the attributes he can have? He can have a first name, last name, age, eye color, and the height, weight. We can mention anything, whatever which is associated to the particular object. Okay. So here we have defined an object as a person. Person's first name John, last name Doe, age is 50, eye color blue. So this is the key value pair. Okay, key value pair separated by comma. You need to define within open and curly braces. Okay, so this is what the syntax when you define object data type. So how to fetch the object data type value into your JavaScript? As I seen above, we are taking an example of document element ID demo3, which means it will taking in this paragraph element, and we just update the inner HTML. What the inner HTML got assigned? Person dot first name. Person means it should be my person, not a person. It should be my person. Okay. So my person, which we have used it, and along with the dot which notates, we can call whatever we want within this object. So my person is the variable name dot property name. Property name could be anything. You can call first name, last name, age, eye color, whatever you want, you can call like this. So this is the example to call the object's property value. Okay. So here what will be the output? My name. My person dot first name will replace with the John. John is my person dot age. What does it mean? My person dot age 50. John is 50 years old. So this is what the output we are expecting. Let's confirm. John is 50 years old. So this is what the output we are expected, and the same things displayed here as well. Okay, so this is what the overall usage of all the data types. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. This is very important, you need to know about it. Say for example, you are having some variable, but you don't know the data type, which data type the variable it got created. So that time, what do you need to know? You can use a type of operator which is comes in a JavaScript. If you are passing type of after that, if you pass the variable, it will give you the what kind of data type this variable. So that will give you the information. Okay, so let's take an example. Let me take this as an example and we'll add it here. Let me take a my cost one. Since it's a constant, right, we cannot use, I already told you, right, if I use the same variable, this will tell you const cannot redeclare block scoped variables my cost. Okay, so we need to change the variable name. Let me change it to my cost one, and let me just to copying it, and let me try that whether this is working or not. Okay, here what I did, I have added paragraph demo 4 as an ID, and within the script tag we define some array, and we are fetching the document.getElement by ID demo 4, which means this will refer this one, and inner HTML we are just adding this value. Okay, first line of code, type of this will be written what data type this. Likewise, this is what data type this is. Likewise, this and this. Except this, all are encapsulated with the double quotes, which means everything will be treated as string. So this will return as a string. But my cost one, we are expecting as an array. Let's see what the output. Let me take you to the browser first. Before that, we have a string. Let me refresh this one. Okay, here you can see this is an object. Okay, why it is not returning as an array? This is array object, which means it's not about object and array. Array and object both are will be treated as the same data type. The usage of fetching the value only differ. I mean to say, when you define like this also will be treated as an object, this also will be treated as an object. Okay, but the difference is you need to pass on the index value here, but here you need to pass on the property value here. Okay, so that is the difference. Let me add some break tag here so that we will get the proper output, so that we are getting the output like this object. We are expected an array, but that is not the case. That will be treated as an object only. Okay, I hope you clear on this one. Let me repeat again. On JavaScript, here we have used encapsulate with a double quotes or single quotes, whatever you want for the string. Sorry, this one. And this is the expression will start from left to right. Based on that, we can assign it wherever it is required. And third thing is an array. Array value is used with 0 based index. Start with index item 0, so that we pass the index value of 0, so that we fetch the first item. And here John, this is the object. Object what we did, we refer this object with the property name, variable with a dot followed by the property name. See here, this is the property name, this is a string. Okay, if you don't know the type of variable, you just pass on the type of in front of the variable name, so that this will give you what type of data is this. I hope you clear on this everything. Let me know if you need any clarification.